Hello everyone. We're heading into the Clash of Wills for the rank 1 score run. So as we can see, boss is Machine, Human, Demon, weakness to Fire, Ice, Water, Light. We're going to do pretty much a fire-based team. And this is the team that I have. So up first we have Melissa in slot 1. For her, we have the Feather for some guts. She's got the Chainmail just for the morale at the start. Nobody else could slot that in. Philosopher's Stone, some auto casting. We have the Materia on her for Provoke. So she has our main Provoker in slot 1. Also gave her the Materia to get some mitigation against Human and Machine. Her own card for extra morale per turn. Everybody has Ailment Resist against pretty much everything. And we gave her a little bit of defense. And she's got okay on the Fire Resist. Up next is Lilith. So she's here to do damage and be our physical cover tank. So for her, we have a tiny bit of Fire Resist. Hat, so she's the second Provoker, but she's in a slot 2, so Melissa will take most of it unless she's dead. The Earring is her status ailment resist, Blizzard Orb for countering. Some killers also gave her the Materia for the mitigation against Human and Machine. And then Chain Cap is on the card. So for Lilith, we have 225 Demon, 225 Human, 200 Machine Killer, 300 limit damage. Up next is Nora for the field and support and everything. So her fire resist is not good. We got her set mainly for limit damage. So 300 Demon, Human, Machine, and 300 limit damage. We have Elena up next, so she is the leader. I needed a big leader. I did try a couple of teams with a 500 leader and just wasn't really working out. So we got her to lead and we got her set up for damage. So we don't really have fire resist on her because she's not acting as a tank. So in the base, she's got her double hand build. So we have 300 Demon, 300 Human, 275 Machine, and 300 limit damage in the base. And then her shift is LB Focus. So in the shift, 300 Demon, Human, Machine, and limit damage. Aya is up next. So in the base, a bunch of morale fills. So the Empress Rod, the Treasured Ring, just morale at the start. The Celeste Signet, morale every turn. Rod Ots lets you equip the Rod. Stone Seeker, casting per turn. Rick's card. And then her shift form is just the limit damage. $300 Demon, Human, Machine, and limit damage. And not much on her fire resist. And then we have Cleo, so I needed another good fire unit. So her fire resist, not really great. Both forms pretty much geared the same, so that she can deal damage in both forms. So mainly limit damage. So in the base, we have 300 Demon, Human, Machine, and limit damage. And then in the shift, we do have a Stone Seeker in the shift. She starts in the shift, just auto casting per turn, but 300 Demon, Human, Machine, and limit damage. Alright, let's jump in. Alright, so auto casting. Melissa goes first. So we're going to have her do Hasten Recovery, Chronic Flow, and then we're going to Human Killer on Lilith. Aya can go next, and we're going to do Barrier, Gene Heal, and Haste. Cleo. We're going to queue up Fire and Imbue the party. Protection, just morale and some mitigation against demons. A little bit of fire resist, mainly for the morale. And then just a single bolting. Elena. We're going to have her do Mira and double bolting, so she's our main breaker. For Nora, We're going to do our field, living for 2 for the morale, and double bolting. And Lilith is going to do her regular limit burst. So we're not going to do much damage yet, but we're going to try to fill morale as quick as we can. Alright, turn 2, Melissa. Now we have to do shared immunity. And then we're going to do both human killer and dragon killer on Cleo. We only need the human, but we got morale from dragon. Aya is just going to fill morale, so we're going to just triple cast heal 1. This is strictly for the morale. For Elena, so we're going to cast, with this power for the morale, we don't need the resist from it. Sanctuary will give us some good mitigation and morale, and we're going to put up the field. Lilith, we're just going to triple on Kiss for bolting. For Nora, we're going to do our machine killer this turn and triple bolting. And then for Cleo, we're going to imbue the party with fire again, just for the extra morale and double bolting. So we'll let them chain. Alright, turn 3, Melissa, we're going to do super and target Aya. This is going to let her just redo our barrier heal and haste, which also has good morale. Cleo, we're going to queue up imbue for the party, again for the morale. And then we're going to do her first movement cooldown and Magnus, get our ramping buffs going. For Elena, we're going to have her do True Freeze for Self Ice Imbue and just Mirror and Bolting the refresh breaks. Nora, we're just going to quad on her bolting. And Lilith, we're just going to triple cast on Kiss. Alright, turn 4, Melissa. We're going to sheer immunity. And then we're going to do both our human and dragon killers on Cleo again. Nora is going to do her super this turn. Aya was still just going to triple on heal 1 for morale. Elena does base limit for boosts. Cleo does shifted limit for boosts. And then Lilith, we're just going to add in triple on her kiss. We can use our defense, spirit, and attack and magic for the morale. Get that to chain. Alright, 93 is not bad. Alright, turn 5. Melissa. Shared immunity. We're going to human killer Cleo. And Parasol Shield for the mitigation. Nora. We're going to refresh the field. We'll do her Self-Fire and View. We'll do Rush, get a little accuracy down on the boss. And her Torment Magnus for Storm Magic. Elena's going to shift. We'll do Grace, Blade, and Judgment. Aya's going to shift. So we're going to Necrosis to reduce healing. Do her Pyrokinesis for the 180 fire and Awaken for the modifier. Cleo can go to the base. We'll do Double Bolting and Sharp Note for her Storm Magic. And then for Lilith, we'll do Physical Cover, Mason Peril, and Kiss for a heal. Use our Attack and Magic. Alright, turn 6. We're going to use our Defense Spirit and Attack and Magic. Melissa. So we're going to Minutes, get the LB buff for everybody. Seconds on Aya. And then Human Killer for Elena. Lilith is going to do Super, Nora is going to do Regular Limits, Elena does Shifted Limit, Aya does Shifted Limit, and Cleo does Base Limit. So our goal is to actually break the 50% threshold. Which we did. So it also means we should easily have, 5.9, we got our damage. Just keep using our Attack and Magic every turn. So Melissa, we're going to Shared Immunity. Human Killer on Cleo. And toss out a small heal. Lilith, we are going to triple Kiss, which should fully heal us. Nora, we'll triple on her bolting and then refresh the field. Elena, we're going to do Mara and double bolting, refresh breaks. Aya in the shift, just triple on bolting, the refill limit. And Cleo is just going to triple bolting in the base to refill her limit. Alright, so turn 8, we're going to do Enduring Will for the fire buff. Melissa is going to super and target herself. We can do both the Defense Spirit and Attack and Magic for morale as well. Aya is going to go to the base. We're going to do Barrier, Gene, Heal, and Haste, which will also take care of the Imperil on us. Elena, goes to the base. So we're going to have her do Sanctuary, and then refresh our breaks with the Mara and Bolting. Nora. So we're going to have her do our Fire and View for the team. We're going to do our Machine Killer, Living for 2 for morale, and Adrenaline Rush. Lilith is going to cover, Mason Peril, and heal. And then Cleo is going to shift and do her shifted limit. Not really chaining and doing damage, just more setup. Alright, so get our attack and magic from morale. Melissa. Shared immunity. We're going to do Human Killer on Elena, and then we'll just Bardark. That's just in case Nora didn't have her LB refilled. So Nora is going to super for the buffs and modifiers. Elena does base limit. Cleo. We're going to have her do her first movement cooldown and double bolting, which should refill her limit. For Aya, we're going to shift. We're going to do her Awakens, 150, and bolting. And then for Lilith, we'll do our Mason Peril and double kiss. Okay, so turn 10, Melissa. We're going to seconds on Elena just to refill her limit, so she'll get the good buffs to go with that. We're going to Human Killer on Cleo, and then we can just Bardark. We'll get our Defense Spirit and Attack and Magic for morale. Lilith does super. Nora, we're just going to quad on her bolting. Elena is going to shift and do shifted limit. Aya does shifted limit, and Cleome's going to do her base limit. So we're going to start Lilith because she's a tag chainer, then we'll do Nora and Elena, and Aya and Cleome. Alright, so turn 11. The boss has his firing view and everything, so what we're going to do is use the morale cure at the bottom. And then we're also going to do enduring for the fire buff. Melissa is going to super and target herself. Nora. So we're going to fire and view the team. She's going to refresh the field. We're going to do her self-fire and view, which does the fire and peril for us. And then we can just adrenaline rush. see, for Elena, we'll do True Freeze and then Mirror and Bolting to get breaks back. Aya in the shift is just going to triple on her bolting. Cleo in the base will just triple on bolting. And then Lilith, we need to cover and mace and kiss. Get our attack and magic as well. Alright, we'll start out attack and magic. Melissa. So we need to sheared to cure and everything. We'll do Human Killer on Cleo. And Parasol for the mitigation. Nora is going to do her super for the modifier and buffs. See, Aya will do Necrosis to reduce healing. Awakened for modifier and bolting. Cleo in the shift. They do her Fire and View, Bar Fire, and a bolting. For Elena in the shift, we're going to do Grace for the Dispel on the boss. And then just do her Pollux and Judgment. And then for Lilith, Mace and a Double Kiss. Alright, our goal for this turn is to hit the 25% threshold. So, Melissa, we're going to Minutes, Human Killer on Elena, and then we can Chronic Flow. Do our Defense Spirit and Attack and Magic. So Lilith does super. Nora, we're just going to quad on her bolting. Elena is going to do shifted limit. Aya does shifted limit, and Cleome's going to do base limit. Alright, let's chain it up. Alright, so now we don't get dispelled anymore. Which is fine with most people dying there anyway. Alright, so turn 14. Aya in the base. We're going to barrier, heal, and haste. Get all the buffs and everything up. Melissa, we're going to super and target Aya as a just in case. Cleome is going to shift. So we're going to Fire and View the team. We're going to do her first cooldown. And a bolting. Elena goes to the base. So we're going to Sanctuary for the mitigation, and then just refresh breaks with Mirror and bolting. For Nora, refresh the field, do our Machine Killer. Living for 2, just morale. And then she can do a bolting. And then for Lilith, put up our cover, mace and heal. Use our attack and magic. And we'll do our fire buff from enduring as well. Alright, 15, attack and magic. Melissa. Shared immunity. Human killer on Cleome. And then just Bardark. Nora is going to do her super. Lilith will do mace and double on her heal. Elena, we're going to shift. And we're just going to refresh breaks, so we'll do mirror and double bolting. For Aya, we're going to shift. So we're going to do her Fire and Imbue to get a 5% better Fire and Peril, Awaken for modifier, and bolting. Cleome in the base is just going to triple bolting. Alright, turn 16, we're going to do Defense Spirits and Attack and Magic. Melissa. Human Killer for Elena. Seconds on Aya will also refill her limits. And then we're just going to Bardark, because whatever. Lilith is going to do super. Nora, we're just going to quad on her bolting again. Elena shifted limits, Aya shifted limits, and Cleome base limits. Alright, it's fine that we had some deaths there. Alright, for the ones that are left, so turn 17, we're going to Remedial. Use our attack and magic. So Melissa. We're going to Parasol for mitigation. Human on Cleome. And shared immunity. We can also use our heal. So Lilith, as just in case. So we're going to physical cover, mace, and heal. Nora. Fire and Imbue the team. And triple bolting. Elena is going to shift. Double blade and a judgment. Aya in the shift, triple on bolting. And Cleome in the base, triple on bolting. So we have to send Nora first, so we're going to do Nora and Lilith first, make sure everybody gets the imbue, and then the back three are going to join in, and we'll see if we end it here. There we go. So that's rank 1. Let's check out the damage. So Aya obviously in the lead. Cleo did pretty decent as well. We had Elena in third, and Lilith being the tank actually beat out Nora too, which I guess Nora didn't really have any good boosts anyway. But not too bad. We managed to do it without the new units. A little bit on the long side, but we got it done. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.